Welcome everyone to Math Time. I'm Mr. Julius Ineta, or you can call me Boss G, and I will be your teacher for today's lesson. Good day everyone. Our lesson for today is all about graphing system of linear inequalities in two variables. Before we continue with graphing system of linear inequalities in two variables, let us first have a review on graphing linear inequalities in two variables. So here are the steps. Number 1. Graph the boundary line. Now take note of the inequality used on the given linear inequality. If the inequality symbol used is less than or equal to and greater than or equal to, the boundary line is a solid line. While if the inequality symbol used is less than or greater than, the boundary line is a broken line. Second step, you need to choose the test points. In choosing the test points, commonly we use the origin as the test point. So its coordinate is 0, 0. So after choosing the test point, you're going to substitute it to the given inequality. And next, number 3 is to shade the half plane. So when we say system of linear inequality in two variables, these are two or more linear inequalities considered together. And here are the steps in graphing system of linear inequalities in two variables. Number 1, draw the graph of the first linear inequality. Number 2, draw the graph of the second linear inequality. Remember, draw the graphs on the same coordinate plane. Let's have a practice of graphing system of linear inequalities in two variables by taking these examples. Let's have example number 1. So we have here the inequalities x minus y is greater than or equal to positive 2 and x plus y is less than or equal to positive 6. Remember, in graphing system of linear inequalities in two variables, we need to draw first the graph of the first inequality, and after which we're going to draw the graph of the second linear inequality. So let us start with the first one. So we have here x minus y is greater than or equal to positive 2. In doing so, we need to change first the inequality symbol to equal sign in order for us to have an equation so we can graph the boundary line. So x minus y, inequality symbol changes to equal sign, and we have the equation x minus y is equal to 2. Now, in graphing this one, we can use x and y intercept. By doing so, we need to find first x-intercept by letting y be equal to 0. So using the obtained equation, x minus y is equal to 2, we're going to substitute the value of y, which is equal to 0. So we now have x minus 0 is equal to positive 2. X minus 0 is x equal to 2. So we have x-intercept as positive 2, and the coordinate of x-intercept is 2, 0. Next is to find y-intercept. To find y-intercept, we let x be equal to 0. Using the same equation, x minus y is equal to 2. We're going to substitute the value of x, which is equal to 0. So we have here 0 minus y is equal to positive 2. 0 minus y is negative y equals 2. So we divide both sides of the equation by negative 1. So negative 1 divided by, or negative y divided by negative 1 is equal to positive y. So y is equal to 2 divided by negative 1, that is negative 2. So y-intercept is equal to negative 2. And the coordinate is 0, negative 2. So we're going to plot the points on the Cartesian plane. So 2, 0 is here. So we're going to plot the point. And then 0, negative 2 is here. After plotting the point, we're going to connect the points in order for us to have our boundary line. Remember, boundary line. So if the inequality used is greater than or equal to, what would be our boundary line? Yes, it is a solid line. So we are going to connect the points using a solid line. So using a ruler for us to connect it properly. Solid line. So you have there. We already have our boundary line. Next is to choose test points in order for us to determine which half plane are we going to shade. Is it the half plane above the boundary line or the half plane below the boundary line? Commonly, the origin is used as a test point. And what is the coordinate of the origin? That is 0, 0. So using the given inequality, x minus y is greater than or equal to positive 2, we're going to substitute the values of x and y. And let us determine if it is true or false. So we have here 0 minus 0 is greater than or equal to positive 2. 0 minus 0 is 0, greater than or equal to positive 2. Is the statement true or false? Obviously, it is false. Therefore, 0, 0 is not a solution to the given inequality. Now, what half plane are we going to shade? Take note that we're going to shade the half plane that contains the solution to the given inequality. Since 0, 0 is located on the half plane above the boundary line and it is not a solution to the given inequality, then the half plane below the boundary line is the half plane that we are going to shade. For all the points lying on this half plane are solutions to the given inequality. So let us start shading. After shading, we now have the graph of the first linear inequality. So let's go to the next step. We need to draw the graph of the second linear inequality. So we have x plus y is less than or equal to 6. Same process, draw the boundary line or graph the boundary line. We need to change first the inequality symbol to equal sign for us to have an equation, which is x plus y equal to 6. In graphing this one, we are going to use x and y intercept. By doing so, we're going to first find x-intercept by letting y be equal to 0. Using the obtained equation, x plus y is equal to 6, we're going to substitute the value of y, which is equal to 0. So we have x plus 0 is equal to 6. And x plus 0, x equals 6. So x-intercept here is equal to 6 and the coordinate of x-intercept is 6, 0. The next is y-intercept by letting x be equal to 0. Using the same equation, x plus y is equal to 6, we're going to substitute the value of x, which is 0. So we have 0 plus y is equal to 6. And 0 plus y is y equal to 6. So y-intercept is equal to 6. The coordinate of y-intercept is 0, 6. So we're going to plot the points on the Cartesian plane. At this time, I'll be using a green color. So 6, 0 is here. And 0, 6 is here. So we're going to connect the points using a line, and that would be our boundary line. But again, take note, it's a boundary line. You need to identify first what is the inequality symbol used on the given inequality. So the symbol is less than or equal to. So what boundary line are we going to use? Is it a solid line or is it a broken line? So obviously, it is a solid line. So we're going to connect the points using a solid line. So using a ruler, let us connect the points. There. So let's draw the boundary line now. And you have there the boundary line. Then next is to choose test points. Commonly, we are using the origin, and the coordinates of origin is 0, 0. So using the given inequality, x plus y is less than or equal to positive 6. Substitute the values of x and y. So 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 6. 0 plus 0 is 0, less than or equal to 6. Is the statement true or false? Obviously, it is true. Therefore, 0, 0 is a solution to the given inequality. Now, which half plane are we going to shade? Is it the half plane above the boundary line or the half plane below the boundary line? Take note, we are going to shade the half plane where the solutions are located. Since 0, 0 or the origin is a solution to the given inequality, then we are going to shade the half plane below the boundary line. So let us start shading. After shading the correct half plane, you now have the graph of the system of the given linear inequalities in two variables. If you notice in the graph, there is a part that is shaded twice, or we call that one as the double shaded region. So you can see this part is shaded only once. Same as with this, it is shaded only once. But take a look at this region. So we call this region as the double shaded region. So let's write it. Double shaded region. In a system of linear inequalities in two variables, all the points lying on the double shaded region are solutions to the given system. Again, I'll repeat, all the points lying on the double shaded region are solutions to the given system. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from me today. Have fun learning. Goodbye. See you on the next video.